Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to another Uchu Sentai Kyuranger review. Today we'll take a look at the Houou Blade and Houou Shield. This is the changer for Houou Soldier, and is by far one of the most unique changers I have ever seen. This is a sword and shield combo, not dissimilar to Wolzard's and Wolzard Fires from Magiranger, where you get a sword that goes inside the shield, but this is an actual changer for a official main team ranger, not a Bangai hero. So, this is pretty cool. Starting off, it does come with the Houou Kyutama. It is very similar to the one that came with Houou Voyager. See, it's number 12. Spin it around there. Love the glittery plastic. Now, what's different here is the actual picture behind. Let's not strobe everybody here. The actual picture behind it is a phoenix with flames, so it's kind of got like an attack skill, or a skill Kyutama kind of picture to it. While the original was, or I should say the one with the Houou Voyager is the cockpit. So that's the main difference there. Otherwise, it makes the same exact sounds in ye old Seiza Blaster. So those are basically the new sounds in the Seiza Blaster. So anyways, that's pretty much the Houou Kyutama. I did a little bit more in-depth with that in the Houou Voyager review. But let's get back to the sword and shield. So taking a look at the shield first. Yes, this thing is nowhere near full size. It's gotten to the point lately, I'd say the last couple years, where Sentai changers went from being relatively one-to-one scale to now they're kind of shrunk down because they're getting kind of nuts. A lot of them are weapons these days, and yeah, so things are a little bit smaller than show scale, but that's not a bad thing in this case, because if they made a full-size adult shield and sword, it would be like probably like $150, let's say, and then shipping would have been like another $200 because it would have had to go like DHL only or something crazy. Anyways, I'm kind of glad it wasn't this big because it did help the overall cost. I do like the shield design. I love the Houou or the Phoenix in place there with the wings coming around the shield. I think it's really cool and a really nice paint detail. It doesn't really do anything on its own. You can pretend it fires energy bullets like it suddenly started doing in the show. There's no sound for that. I guess that was just something they came up with. But you can see the handle's incredibly tiny, so it's not the most comfortable thing. There's a release trigger here, which is half the release for the sword. Now, the sword's where all the interesting stuff comes into play, because look, it's a phoenix head, so it kind of fits with the phoenix head, goes to the phoenix wings. And there's the blade. It's not like a super small blade. It's not super big either, but it's not super small. Here's the on-off switch here. So let's start there, and let's get this thing put together. So let's put this in place, like that, and now you can kind of see that Phoenix look, which I was talking about. I dig that a whole lot. We'll take the Kyutama, line it up in here, like so. Now it's a complicated, sort of complicated system. Basically, you have to hold down this trigger and push the other trigger. This activates the sounds and release some of the tabs, so you gotta hold it down, don't let go, and then push this down to release the sword. So there you go, that's the transformation sound. Now from here, you can press the trigger. So you get kind of the cool sword sounds. Now that's basically, yeah, the transformation kind of works like that. I do love the spinning mechanism, which I think is great. Now, there are a bunch more sounds in this. We've got Come on the Go, Come on the Docking, Super Come on the Docking, Come on the Attack. So we're going to go through all of those now. Some of them require the sword and shield. I'll kind of step you through it, but for the most part, this is going to... So, let's get the thing back in the shield. This is Galaxy. Alright. Doesn't say Gigant Houou, which I think is interesting, because that's in the toy itself, which I guess makes sense. Kyutama Jin. This is where it gets interesting, because it actually activates through the shield. I have no idea what's going on with that one, but it sounds heavenly. Now I want a vacation. And that right there is pretty much all the attack sounds, as well as all the other sounds in the Houou Blade and Houou Shield. Overall, this thing has a bunch of sounds. Much like the Ryu Swader, it's got a bunch of sounds for Kyutama, some of which that never got made. I don't know why that happened. But, yeah, overall, it's a fun toy. I do enjoy the tactile sense of removing the sword from the shield and getting that spinning Kyutama action, which is just really fun. And it has a bunch of sounds, so you're getting your money's worth in just sound clips. Most of which you probably won't use most of the time. But overall, I think it's a really fun toy. It is really cost prohibitive for those of us living in the U.S., mostly because of how big it is. The box is pretty large. and it becomes kind of difficult to ship. But overall, I'd say go for it. If you have the money and you can find a good price that you find to be worth it based on everything you've seen here, go for it for sure. It's definitely fun. But it's not a total necessity for most people. I think for a lot of people with Kyuranger, because all the transformation Q-Tama makes sounds in the Seiza Blaster, you just get all of those from Mecha or Candy Toy, Gashapon, whatever. You're pretty much covered. So, not a super necessity, but I definitely think it's a fun toy. And now I just need one more changer, which is the Dark Seiza Blaster, which, of course, is being horribly scalped on the internet. One day sometime. Anyway, stay tuned for more Kyuranger and Sentai reviews in the future. Be sure to check out Hero Club for all your Super Sentai news and more. Until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.